Yeah, hey, local Harley Davidson. Yeah, hey, I got a check engine light on my bike and I'm not quite sure what to do with it or where to go, if it's safe to ride or not. So I need to figure out a way to get it to you so you can charge me to check the codes. Nope. Welcome to Sickbagger's YouTube channel. I'm Steve, and today I'm going to show you how to check your own codes. Hey guys, just want to do a real quick video to let you guys know that you can check your own codes on your bike using the odometer. Another very important thing that I want to touch on before we get into that is the importance of owning a service manual. Not an owner's manual, a service manual. So if you have a Harley Davidson, guys, it's very important. Like, I can't even express how important it is to purchase a service manual. I know the first thing I did when I bought this bike was want to purchase a service manual, and I jumped online and I looked for a hard copy. I was completely blown away at the price of a hard copy of a service manual for a 2014 Street Glide. And I thought, there's no way in hell I'm paying that much for a service manual. But later on I found out you can jump on eBay and buy one for about a 1/16 of the price. Like, literally, I think about 20 bucks. I don't remember who the seller was, but you can get on there and just type in your bike and your year and type in service manual, and a bunch of them are going to come up. Pick the cheapest one. Guy I bought mine from sends me an email link where I can go directly, like instantly, right then, and go download a PDF file on my computer. I can even transfer that over to my phone, which I always have on me. In addition to that, in about a week, you'll receive a CD in the mail with the PDF file on that CD. So the importance of owning a service manual. An owner's manual is going to give you the basic stuff that you need to know about your bike. A service manual, on the other hand, is going to give you a very detailed description, breakdown, service, everything about your bike, how to change parts. I mean, step by step. Now, that being said, before the Harley technicians jump down my ass about saying get one so you can work on your own bike, know your limitations. Just because you watch me or another YouTuber fix a part on their bike using a service manual doesn't mean that you are capable of doing it or you have the proper tools to do it. Basic service stuff, changing your brake, flushing your fluid, doing an oil change. Yes, that service manual is going to pay for itself the first time you do a 3-hole oil change. So a couple of different codes that you guys need to know about. You've got current codes and you've got historic codes. Current codes are going to display anything that is currently disrupting the operation of the motorcycle. So you're going down the road and something actually happens, you know the bike's not running right or turn signals out, something. You pull over, you pull up a code, and it can generally get you the idea of where it's at. Following that code or multiple codes, it will show you a part number. Now, one thing to keep in mind there is that doesn't mean that particular part needs to be replaced. You need to do diagnostics on everything to make sure that part's actually bad. And if you have multiple codes, you can have one code that's triggering several other codes. Historic codes are stored for up to 20 cycles after the problem has been fixed. Say that you fix the issue and you don't clear the codes, it'll stay in there until there's 20 error-free cycles of your bike, and then it will remove itself. So an example of some historic codes would be like when we were changing bars on the black bike over here. For some reason or another, the ignition got turned on to the on position, and man, it threw a butt ton of code. Didn't really cross my mind until we got everything buttoned up and I went in to make sure everything was working properly, but I had all of these codes. So I knew right then those were historic codes. Now on the odometer, it's not going to tell you if it's a current or historic code. So that's something that you are going to have to diagnose yourself or take it into Harley and let them do it. Now, if we would have rode the bike and it would have threw more codes after we cleared them, then we know that that's a current DTC. If you have multiple codes, this is where it's going to come in handy to have that service manual, because in the service manual, it shows you all of the codes, and then it also gives you a priority number right down next to it. So if you have multiple codes, you need to diagnose those codes in order of the priority number that it gives you for those codes. It's also important that when you're doing your diagnostics on the bike and say that you've come to the conclusion, you think you know what it is, you've cleared the codes, but you want to see if it throws them again, do not simply just start the bike. Do a road test. Drive the bike down the road and bring it back in, and then check your codes. It's very important that you do that. Some codes may not throw just by you starting the bike and it being in neutral setting in your garage. So make sure that you do a road test if you want to see if you can get those current DTCs to happen again. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, really need your attention right here, guys. This is very important. If you have a check engine light on your bike and you plan on taking this to a technician to get it worked on, don't clear the codes. Don't go in there and say, well, Steve on his video said that I had to check them and then I cleared them. Nope, nope. Steve did not tell you to clear the codes. Steve said don't clear the codes. So your technician is going to ask you what your bike's doing. You're going to make some crazy noises, but he's going to get more information out of those codes. So now let's get in here and I'll show you how to get these codes. Hey, I just want to take a quick second to tell everybody thank you for subscribing to the channel and checking out our videos. Guys, the channel's growing like crazy and we appreciate the hell out of it. Always free videos all of the time. We don't charge you for videos. We don't do Patreon. We don't ask for donations. None of that stuff. Always free videos all the time. Maintenance, how-tos, product reviews, all that stuff is on our channel. If you haven't already, check out the whole channel. A plethora of bagger-related videos on there. You can also find Sick Baggers over on Instagram and on Facebook. If you check us out over on Facebook, you can get a hold of some bagger swag. We do the t-shirts over on the Facebook side. We do a pre-order a couple of times a year. We get everybody's t-shirts out. So find SIK Baggers over on Facebook. Ask to join and we'll get you hooked up. Back to the video. So on the clutch side of your bike, on the back of your switch housing right here, you're going to have a button. This is your tripometer button. It goes through several different things on your tripometer on your dash. This is the button that we're going to be using to access our codes. So in order to pull up the diagnostic mode on your tachometer right here, you're going to hold that button in that I just showed you. You're going to turn the key to the on position. And you can see my gauges do a full sweep. All of the lights come on, and then it says DIAG right here in the tach. So be advised that we're doing this on a 2014 Plus. It's pretty much all the same. To get into the diagnostics now, we're going to go back to that switch. That switch lets you toggle through all of the stuff on diagnostics. So one tap goes to the ECM, and it tells me no, in for no codes, BCM, in for no codes, Speedo, yes, hey, look at that, we got codes. I'm not going to go in there yet. I'm just going to cycle through them all. Radio, no, yes, or no. That's because I have changed my radio. I no longer have the stock Harman Kardon radio that come in this bike. So it has no communication with that radio. Back to the ECM. So those are your options. So let's go back through ECM, BCM, Speedo. Now to get into this, to see this code, you're going to hold down that switch button. Once it gets in there, you can let go. There's my first code. To cycle through the multiple codes that I have on this bike, tap. 159, 160, 184, end. Okay, so now we're at the end of my codes. I can click it again, it's going to tell me the part number. If I click it again, it's going to go back. Now I can just keep clicking, it's going to cycle through. But to get into the codes, you simply just have to long press the switch. Long press. Goes back into the codes. So now that I'm into the codes and I want to clear these codes, you can do that from here. This is the part where I told you not to clear the codes, but I'm going to show you how in case you're doing the work yourself. Long press in the codes, going to say clear. Now in order to get out of the diagnostic mode, just simply turn the bike off, and the next time that you start the bike, you will be in regular mode. It won't be in, it's just going to show your tripometer or whatever you have up there. So now that you have those codes, you can check your service manual. Once again, because I suggested that you buy one off of eBay, you can check your service manual and prioritize those codes. Is it safe to ride? Is it not safe to ride? So here's the thing. If you get the codes and you check your service manual and it's still a little bit iffy on whether or not you should ride the bike, and say Harley Davidson's not open and you can't call them, just simply don't ride the bike. And I hate to say it, but it's almost best to just pay somebody with a trailer to come and get your bike, just to make sure that you're not tearing anything else up. So like I said, check your codes, prioritize. If it's iffy, don't ride the bike. If you're going to take it to a technician, don't clear the codes. So that's pretty much it, guys. Super easy to do. I showed you how to get in there. Guys, you can find those codes online. They're available on Google. There's several different places where you can get them and check out those codes. So don't think because you don't have a service manual that you're going to be stuck. Hell, spend the $200 and buy yourself a hard copy. Hell, buy me one while you're on there. I'm just kidding. I'd love to have a hard copy, guys, but you know what? For 25 bucks, I got a PDF file. I've got a hard copy on a disc, and that is absolutely better than nothing. And I like having that PDF file on my phone. I don't have to carry around this big honking book. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if you're iffy on changing the part just because you have a service manual, don't do it. Okay, pay somebody who knows what the hell they're doing to do it. So that's it, guys. I know it was a short and sweet video, but it's very important that you guys know that you do have access to your codes through your tachometer, and it's very easy to get to them. It's very easy to clear them if you want to. If you have any questions, you guys know the deal. Comment section down below. I check YouTube every day. Check out the YouTube channel. Plethora of videos on there for you guys to watch. I hope that this video helped you, but I'm going to get my butt out of here and get back to work. As always, be safe. Keep your knees in the breeze.